Hello, this is Crisandro, and this is the after-match rant, as it were. Another episode of Rantz for you. Can't believe what I've just seen, what I've just witnessed. It's finished Bournemouth 2, Tottenham Hotspur 3, and now I'm here in beautiful sunny Marseille. Um, I didn't think I could get tickets for the game because Spurs didn't actually let me know that tickets were available, so I didn't know, and I just went blindly through life and work, and didn't even notice that I didn't get an email until I saw that people were saying that they got tickets for the game. So yeah, that's why I'm not at the game today. When I found out that I missed out on tickets, I decided to extend my my trip out here, and it hasn't disappointed so far. It's been good. Um, but yeah, watching the game today. Wow, what a mixed bag. That was it started off really painful. I mean, played it started off the same way that we know it starts off. The way we can keep possession, the way we can get forward, nice little tippy tappy passing, but the final ball, the ball in the final third is always the one that's lacking, and that's what proved to be an issue today again, where we had numerous opportunities, but just going to find that final ball, that final pass, or even that cross, or even the shots were just really poor, just going high, wide, and handsome, not even testing the keeper. Um, they scored first through Kiefer Moore, and that was, you could say it was against the run of play, but it's a typical goal for them. They took their chance, and you have to say that they played quite well. And Gary O'Neill has got them playing some good football. And then second half, um, went 2-0 down. Kiefer Moore again. Defensively, we just really, it's just hard to pin down. It's not a game where we conceded two goals, but then 2-0 down, and you're kind of fearing the worst. You're kind of thinking that this is not going to be our day. It's going to be a third straight defeat, or even, well, it's going to be, yeah, a straight defeat, or a fourth game without a win, and we couldn't really afford that. Could not afford that. Two defeats already in the league, and the way they came about. Sort of outplaying against Manchester United, really, really poor against Newcastle. And yeah, and we started off 2-0 down here, and then the fight back begins. 10 minutes later, we equalise. 10 minutes later, we get a goal back. Ryan Sessegnon scoring. I believe that's his first goal of the campaign. Um, I know it's something that he's looking to work on, scoring a few more goals, and that's the way that Conte likes his wing backs to play. One comes in crosses, the other one comes in to try and score, and so the onus is on them to try and get a goal or two, and Sessegnon did that. We then piled on the pressure. We was then non-stop attacking. Son, I forgot to say, had a brilliant opportunity just before half time where he cut inside and then unleashed a left footer that the keeper managed to save. That was for half time when we went in 1-0 down. Sonny then had another opportunity. And that was saved again. The keeper doing very, very well. It was a nice little swivel shot by Sonny, and that was saved. But then we equalised. Ben Davies getting a goal. The keeper really had no. I mean, he couldn't really come. He couldn't really come for it. But he tried to come for it, and he was left in no man's land. And then Davies was just there to pop in the goal, make it 2-2. And then you just felt that if anyone was going to score, it was going to be us. But Bournemouth was going to be dangerous on the break. But we kind of nullified them and stopped them from coming forward. And it wasn't until the last 2 minutes of injury time where we got the goal that I say we deserved to get on the balance of that second half, where it was just corner after corner after corner, and then one of these corners paid off. Um, it was crossed in, headed on by Rodri. Everyone was claiming handball, but he stuck to his task, and then just a lovely, beautiful half volley, using the instep, and the keeper was nowhere near. But we had a number of opportunities where those kind of shots were being ballooned over. I mean, a few minutes before that, Clement Longley was given all the room of Dorset to just walk through, and then he unleashed a shot which just kept rising. So we've had the opportunities, and we've worked the keeper at least this time. But the issue is, I mean, this is going to be it feels like a fantastic win. I mean, any 3-2 win is always going to be fantastic, especially in the last seconds. We're used to those ones, but usually those ones set us we're used to games where we're 2-0 down and manage to equalise and then score the winner with seconds to spare. I mean, those ones are usually have an echo of glory about them. This one just kind of feels really, really bad. We didn't play. I mean, it's all good having the possession, but when there's no incisive passing, and no kind of threat or no final ball. I mean, there was a chance where I saw Lucas Moura have acres of space in front of the penalty area. He tried to pass it, I presume, to Rodri, but instead of right to his foot, he passed it like 2 or 3 feet behind him, and there was nobody else there that he could have spotted. It's just things like that. It just got me just kind of yelling at the screen. But but it's 3 points. A win's a win, and we take that form when the team into the Champions League, where hopefully the team will be joining me here in Marseille, and on Tuesday we aim to get the victory, and also get a goal because we haven't actually scored away from home in the Champions League. If you think about it, I mean the first game we lost 2-0 to Sporting Club de Portugal. And then we went over to Germany and drew 0-0 with Eintracht Frankfurt. So we haven't scored a goal away from home yet in this season in the Champions League. We got 3 goals here over at Bournemouth. So hopefully that's a sign of things to come. But we need to get 1 or 2 goals because although Marseille played very well in that first game, I don't think they really caused us too many issues. I mean, they had enough shots, but they were all from distance. And we really should be gobbling those up, and we did. That's why they scored nothing. So we can do the same thing when we. Sorry, there's a train going by. It's a nice little train as well. One of the good trains, it's fine. But so basically, if we stifle them the same way, that forces them to take shots from distance, and we shouldn't have anything to worry about. They can have all the possession, they can have all the shots they want, but they're not really testing the goalkeeper. Then there is no reason why we should concede. But at the same time, as you've seen today, it doesn't take much for us to concede. That's where the issue is. I mean, when we scored the 3rd goal, usually you see Conte jumping up and down, screaming, happy, hugging everybody. As soon as that goal went in, he went straight down. It looked like he was heading straight to the tunnel, but he was shaking hands with people at the end of the game, so he didn't go all the way down to the tunnel. But that was just a heart attack that didn't need to happen, and well, we have it all to do, man. I have no idea where we are in the table, but I presume we're still 3rd. But it makes no difference to me. I don't give a shite what goes on in the table. I don't give a shite what goes on in the Premier League unless Arsenal lose a lot, unless Manchester City lose a lot. And I just see the notification from my dream team to say that Kevin De Bruyne has got me some bonus points. So I don't think Manchester City lost. So I don't care. We're not going to win the title. So fuck the league as far as I'm concerned. It's all about the Champions League this Tuesday. And here's hoping that we do the business and actually get the victory that we need to take top spot and to seal. I was going to say an easier game in the knockout stages, but if you've seen the teams that are in the Champions League this season, there is no easy team. So it's going to be what we can get really, and but it's just the same old right now. I mean, a lot of people will be complaining about, there's not enough forward passes. To me, I don't really give a shit about the forward passes. There's no one to pass forward to. There's no one in space forward of the player. Then it'd be stupid for them to try and force through a pass. My issue is when they get into those positions, that the final ball is always poor, or that the final shot is always absolutely shite. That's what my issue is. I don't give a toss about forward. I don't give a shit about that. It's all about what you do with the ball when you get it. And that's where the issue is, and that's why you see us having a lot of possession and the ball in a lot of good areas in the final third. But when we're doing bugger all with it, and obviously we're not going to score any, that's why we can have all the possession and we can have all the opportunities that even as a keeper, and still be 2-0 down at the end of it. But at least we've arrested that run. That's the main thing. We stopped those 2 straight defeats in the league. I think Conte has lost 3 in a row, and that was scarily looking like a possibility when we went 2-0 down, and Kiefer Moore was on the verge of bagging a hat trick. But we live to fight another day. We get the 3 points. I don't know. Someone will probably tell me how many points we are behind. I presume Arsenal are still leading the table, but someone will tell me how many points behind them we are, and how many points behind Manchester City we are. It doesn't matter. I mean, the league is gone for me, so it's all about the Champions League. It's all about the other 2 cups. And of course, Nottingham Forest Spurs and the League Cup that's coming up soon. We should have that as a live watch along for you on this channel. So watch out for the adverts for that. But yes, 3 points today to celebrate that. I'm going to go out and go to the port area of Marseille and have a few drinks. I won't let them know that I'm Spurs though. Thank you very much. Come on, you Spurs. Well done, Spurs. 3 points. Didn't need to make it that hard though, but we moved, blood. Let's do it. Come on, you Spurs.